Hello, YouTube. This is Collector 513 again with another collection video of my collection. Good news is I just finished getting through and listing all of my PS2 games, so I was very excited, very excited. It took 3 days to fully write down, all the games, put them all at right dates, and look them all up. Is because I nearly have 600 PSU games, so it was a very daunting task. So when you guys leave the likes and comment on videos and share the videos, subscribe to them, it shows that you care. Thank you all. Thank you viewers so much. Thank you all for their support. So I have a lot to get through. The year 2000 is the year the PS2 hit the United States of America, and I do have a lot of games: PS2, Dreamcast, PS1, N64 to get through and show and share from the year 2000. All the games that were released during that year. 2000. A to Z. So let's get started. The very first game I have to share here is 007 Racing. I'm a huge 007 fan. As you can see, I made a video for those interested in my 007 collection. I love 007. Armored Core 2. These are kind of hard to get because they were very expensive games. I don't know why, but man, that's a hard franchise to collect for. Those games are very expensive. Crazy Taxi for Dreamcast. This is one of their first home ports because it was ported to the PS2. Crusaders of Might and Magic. This was a fun, underrated game nobody really knew about, but this was, if you want to see what it looks like, you're probably wondering, what is that? Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this, but this game was fun. I enjoyed it. Pretty fun game. Danger Girl. This was fun too. Danger Girl. Rest in peace, man. Dave Mirra, Freestyle BMX. I was heartbroken to hear that this man passed away. Heartbroken. I love these games. The Dave Mirra games are amazing. I still need the one on PS2. But I think Dave Mirra 3 was supposed to have been BMX Triple X. For those who remember that game was fun. So literally my favorite extreme sports game ever. I love BMX Triple X. Dead or Alive 2, the original one. The original Dead or Alive 2 port. Home port. These graphics, man, at the time this came out, oh my god, it blew me away. I'm like, how can graphics get better than this? They actually did, but man, Dead or Alive 2 is amazing. Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore for the PS2. Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. We have Lei Fang, Tina, and was that on it? I think it's Ian. I think it is his name. Die Hard Trilogy 2. Viva Las Vegas. Dino Crisis for the Sega Dreamcast. This was released in 1999 on the PS1. This year in 2000, they dropped the Dreamcast release for it. This year, for the PS1, Dino Crisis World received Dino Crisis 2. And this is CIB, of course. All these are CIB. I only buy my games CIB. Unless my mom Unless my mom bought it for me back in the day. Driver 2. Excitebike 64. It's still a fun game. Very fun. Fear Effect. If I'm not mistaken, this is the very first game I saw nudity. No, I think there's nudity in this game. I'm not mistaken. I think there's a nude scene, or I don't know if it's this one or Fear Effect 2. I don't know. Final Fantasy 9. I'm so upset. So upset. Heartbroken. I broke my case. Oh man, I'm very upset. Hardcore ECW Revolution. ECW Hardcore Revolution. You know, these fell. Oh crap. I hate sitting games on my N64 games because they have no boxes. Therefore, they're hard to stack on. But I try to keep these in alphabetical order, so yeah. These are on top of the Excitebike game, and they fell. This was protected. As you can see, these cases are good. But the PS1 cases are extremely difficult. Oh man, if they fall on hard surface, it's a wrap. The same for Sega Saturn. Man, if those boxes fall, any of those cases hit a hard floor, they're breaking. They're breaking. You can't have them fall at all. Dynasty Warriors 2. Sorry, you all. Man, I'm very upset. My case broke. Galaga Destination Earth. HBO Boxing. I'm just going to buy a pack of replacement cases anyways for $100. That's on eBay. There's a 200 pack of CD cases. We'll have to replace a lot of these. Hot Shots Golf 2. Kessen. I'm not a huge strategy game fan, but these are the only strategy games I like because they are connected to Dynasty Warriors. So those are the only ones I like. As I love Dynasty Warriors. Kirby 64. The Crystal Shards. Knockout Kings, the very first one on PS2. This is how it looks on the PS2. Test Drive Le Mans. Or Le Mans. However you say that. Madden 2001. This is the very first Madden that was released on the PS2. I want to see how the graphics look for those out there who play the newer ones, the younger audience. There you go. That's the Madden used to look like back in the day. It wasn't really that bad. EA Sports did very good with their graphics on their sports games. EA Sports was amazing. Mario Tennis. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The Dreamcast version. And this is completed CIB. These games are pricey. Medal of Honor Underground. This is the second Medal of Honor that was released on the PS1. The very first Midnight Club Street Racing. I wasn't a huge fan of these, I just bought them for collector purposes. But I really like Need for Speed Burnout. Oh man, Need for Speed and Burnout was amazing. NASCAR 2001. The very first NASCAR ever for the PS2. This is how NASCAR used to look back in the day. NBA 2K1. This is the second NBA 2K. This is how 2K looked in the early days. Sega Dreamcast. NCAA Final Four 2001. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. NFL 2K1. NFL Game Day 2001. NHL 2001. Parasite Eve 2. This is a double disc. And the crush on Aya. A lot back in the day. She was my boo. She's a beautiful woman. Yeah, it's all CIB. Everything is in here. Both of the desk. and the amazing artwork. I love back in the day when they used to do this. The insert arts were amazing for some of these games. Amazing artwork. Amazing artwork. Plasma sword. This is actually Star Gladiator 2. This is actually Star Gladiator, the sequel. Pokemon Stadium. Rally Challenge 2000. Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Sega Dreamcast. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the Sega Dreamcast. For those huge Resident Evil fans out there, I do have a video sharing my entire Resident Evil collection, so please check that out. Resident Evil 2 for the Sega Dreamcast. And these are all CIB. Resident Evil Survivor. This was my least liked Resident Evil game. I didn't really care for this. Ridge Racer 5. This was right after R4 Ridge Racer Type 4 on the PS1. So this was the very first Ridge Racer for the PS2. Very first one. This is an amazing RPG. Sucker Frontier 2. Amazing RPG. Very colorful. Graphics are beautiful. Graphics are just beautiful. Beautiful game. Sega GT. Shenmue. Now we're on Shenmue 3. This was the very, very first Shenmue. And this is almost CIB. I am missing the instruction manual, but I do have all the discs. I'm having the worst time in the universe trying to get that open, but here you go. These are all the discs in place. And artwork. As I said, these are amazing artwork back in the day. Amazing artwork. Silent Scope. Smuggler's Run. Snowcross Championship Racing. the very first Spec Ops on PS1. Self-control. SSX. This is an amazing snowboarding game. Amazing snowboarding. This is the very first one. Very first SSX. They made a few of those. Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the Sega Dreamcast. Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. It has these two games on it, the New Generation and Second Impact. Street Fighter EX3. I wasn't too much of a fan of this. Ryu hitting, I forgot that guy's name. Blanca Dulcine. Ken Ryu. Another Ryu. And I forgot that person. Super busted move. I'm sure that baby is grown. A grown man now. Swing away golf. This was very similar to Hot Shots Golf. Siphon filter 2. Here as well as the disc and everything, the CIB. Artwork isn't too amazing, but just a green helicopter. Tech Romancer. Such a fun mech fighting game. This is fun. For those who don't know about it, it's very fun. Tekken Tag Tournament. Literally my second favorite, third favorite Tekken. My first two are Tekken 5 and Tekken 2. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2001. For those newcomers, new players of the new Tiger Woods games, here you go. This is how it looked in 2001 for the PS2. Time Splitters. Tomb Raider Chronicle. This was the very last Tomb Raider game released on the PS1. Very last one. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for an amazing run. Thank you. I grew on these. I grew on all of these. I loved Tomb Raider from day one. Loved her. This has seen better days. I apologize. Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation for Dreamcast. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This here is my favorite Tony Hawk of all time. This is the game that got me started on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This is the very first one I have ever played. This music, everything about this game was just a masterpiece. Everything about it. Everything. I love that game so much. Vagrant Story. This was another amazing game. CIB as well. This comes with the 2000 Collectors, a Squaresoft PlayStation Collectors CD Volume 3. The Legend of Mana, Threads of Fate, Chrono Cross, Front Mission 3, Sega Frontier 2, Chocobo's Dungeon 2, and Chocobo's Racing. That there is the collector's CD. And this is the insert art of the game. Vagrant Story. Who remembers this? WCW Backstage Assault. WWF No Mercy. WWF SmackDown. WWF SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. And last but not least, for the Sony PlayStation, X-Men Mutant Academy. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is my the year 2000 collection of video games. Thank you all for viewing. Remember, please remember to subscribe, like the video, please. It shows respect, and hey, it takes a long time to get these things constructed. Very long time. So I have to do Xbox and GameCube. I have to actually do that. The collections of those aren't as big, but PS2 was massive. So thank you all. My next one will be the year 2001. Collector 513 out.